Oh, wow.
All right, hello class. My name's Jamaal Finkley. My career, I have 5 positions. I have 5 positions. I'm a founder of a company. I'm the president of a company. I'm a producer. What's my other 2 positions? I'm a critic, and I'm a writer. I'm a burgeoning writer. So, as founder of a company, I started a company called Black Tree TV that covers entertainment, what's going on in society. Yesterday we covered Nipsey Hussle's funeral. A couple days before that was Image Awards, Grammys, Avengers. We cover all of it. So, been doing that for 22 years. So that's basically a founder and president of the company, although at one point I did give up the presidency to somebody else. The founder has its own responsibilities. As a founder, you're responsible for carrying out that dream, for making sure that if your company is sold, if you're having a company that's staying to the core values of what you want the company to start. So for all you future entrepreneurs, being a founder takes a lot of responsibilities. It's more responsibilities than getting a job, because you get off at 5 o'clock for a job, you're off. Unless you're a teacher, you have to do homework and some other stuff. But when you're a founder, you're always working. You're always trying to figure out how to make your company better, how to get to the next level, so forth and so forth. So as a producer, I produce content. And some of it's silly content like this for a movie called Baywatch. Some of it's like cartoons for Netflix. Some of it's stuff that goes on Entertainment Tonight or BET or whomever have it. I've done Latin Grammys for Telemundo, and so it's different networks I produce content for. So that's me as a content producer. I want to let you guys know, well, by show of hands, who's seen the last Avengers movie, Infinity War? Who stayed to watch the credits and see the extra scenes? Now, but didn't it take a long time for that extra scene to come up? What was all those names that rolled down the screen while you was waiting for the extra scene? What were those names? What was those names for?
Everyone that helped produce the movie?
Not everybody that helped. Those names were jobs. Avengers Infinity War. And those jobs could be a gaffer, a lighting guy, a grip, a cameraman, a director, an actor, a writer. In the entertainment field of movie making or TV or producing, there are a million jobs you can do. People make livings doing hair for movie sets. People make livings doing craft services, just cooking for movies. So it's 1,000 jobs. And when I was in college, I was actually studying to be a doctor. I went to a college called Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee, and I was pre-med. And then I had a chance to work on a movie set and realized through working on a movie set and working with these people for 3 weeks, that when I finally got to see the movie that I worked on, I looked to see my name in the credits, and what I realized is that all these names I was rolling down were the people that I worked with for 3 weeks, and that they were jobs, and it was an eye opener for me. I was third year in college, and I never thought about that those were jobs. So when you go to the movie next time and you waiting for this Avengers game or whatever you do, and you look at all those jobs, look at what you could be. You could be a script supervisor, animator, all kind of things, special effects. So that's to say that being an entertainment career has several facets, and everybody knows about being an actor or a director, but it's more to it. And if you could find something you love, that's the key. So have you ever heard the phrase that, I didn't start the time, so I don't know how much time I got left. Have you ever heard the phrase, you could do whatever, if you put your mind to it, you could be whoever you want to be? I don't think that phrase is true. And I don't want to crush your dreams, but what I think is more true is that if you could find what you love, you could be that. Because what you want to be is not always what you're going to love. And if you find what you love, it'll take you through, just like I know some of you have sisters or brothers, sometimes you hate them, but you always love them. And sometimes you're going to hate your career. This is a hard day at work. Things aren't going right this month. this is going bad. But if you love it, it's gonna be like your brother or sister or your mom or dad, you're gonna still come back. What you love. And sometimes it takes time. Sometimes you start one career and find out that you love another career. So I think when you go to college, if you go to college or whatever you do, be open-minded to finding what you love. You'll get that feeling, like, hey, I really enjoy doing this, but if you love it, it's gonna get you through. That is very important. I'm running out of time, right? Lastly, I'm a critic. I'm a part of the African American Film Critics, I'm part of New York Film Critics, part of the Broadcast Film Critics. So when movies come out and get awards, I'm one of the people that vote for them. So with that comes privileges. Studio sends me gifts of everything. I got big R2D2s and all type of stuff that I get from studios as gifts for reviewing their movie, for supporting their movie. But I just, and I also, and I'm sure I'm the only person in this room that's already seen Avengers Endgame. I can't tell you guys what happened because I get in trouble. But what happens is I see movies almost a month before they come out, so that I can write the review, so I can give a critique, so that I can help drive fans to the movie. Sometimes you'll see a commercial for a movie, and I'll say, Avengers Endgame, action packed, and I'll have a little name under there. And many times that little name is gonna be Jamaal Finkley. So when y'all look for that, when y'all see those movies, you see that Jamaal Finkley, like, hey, that's what critics do. They write these little catchy lines for the movies. My biggest one that went out was when Frozen came out, I said, Frozen, they'll melt your heart. And Disney loved that. They put that on every commercial, and you get recognition for that, and sometimes you get paid for that. I do interviews, I interview the stars, I've interviewed every movie star I could think of. What's your favorite movie star? Think of one. What's your favorite movie star?
Peele from.
Jordan?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Jordan Peele. What's your favorite movie star? Anybody? Who has a favorite movie star? Nobody?
How about any of the Avengers?
I've interviewed all of the Avengers.
Eddie Murphy.
Eddie Murphy I've interviewed. So,
Childish Gambino.
I've interviewed Donald Glover and Childish Gambino. So, huh? Chris Rock I've interviewed a lot of times. So I talk to the stars of the movies. I've been doing this for 22 years, and real quickly before I go, because I know Kamina has a great presentation. I broke into this industry. Don't let the fences that keep you out of stuff hold you down. I bought my camera while I was in college with my student loan money. This is not a suggestion. Y'all get in trouble. Y'all need that money for your books. But I bought a camera while I was in college, before a lot of people had cameras, and I went to a red carpet and said, hey, I'm with CNN. I wasn't with CNN. And that's how I did my first interview. But because I did that interview and learned how to do it, I kept on building on it, and be able to do it for 22 years. It was a fence that said that I couldn't be that person on the carpet at the time. But I figured out a way around it. And all of you guys have to do that. Don't let anything get in the way of what you love. And with that, I'm done. I hope I can come back sometime and talk to you guys some more, but that's all I want to say. Any questions? Parker?
Any questions?
How'd you get there? How'd you get to what were your steps?
What was my steps? I think early on, when I started doing the interviews, first in country music, then in hip hop, then in Hollywood, I started meeting publicists. Publicists in Yango, whatever, they have a publicist, and their job is to get out good stories about their client, who's the actor. So what I started doing was really getting to know those publicists. It's always important to know the gatekeepers. It's more important to know Beyonce's publicist than it is to know Beyonce. Because Beyonce sees a million people. Even if she's seen you a million times, she might not remember, but the publicist manages her schedule. tries to do stuff. So if you could meet the gatekeepers in whatever industry, it's the people that's at the front desk. It's not the boss. It's sometimes the receptionist, the secretary, the manager, the person that's below, the custodian even. Could be somebody that could let you in the gym at a time where you could work on something that you couldn't get in the gym before, or the library, what have you. Sometimes most often it's not the people that's big and shiny, but more the people that's behind them. And the steps that I took to get here was to meet those people behind them, and to self-teach myself how to shoot the camera, how to do interviews and everything else. So just put in a lot of work. If you love it, you'll do it. And that's the end of my presentation. Thanks to my cameraman. What's your names?
Eduardo.
I have my cameraman, Eduardo, who shot for us on YouTube Live. I have 250,000 views on this, 250,000 subscribers on this channel. But collectively, I have 15 channels, a million subscribers, and 1 billion video views. So when you go to YouTube, look for Black Tree TV, and you can follow. And with that, I thank you, class, for listening to me, and I'll see you next week.